Let's rise and sing. Good morning. Release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. That's right. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. That's right. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Only here for God. Who's only here for God? Yes. What else? God is all there is. So what else could we possibly be here for? So good to see everyone here. So good to see all of you. How is everyone doing this morning? Yeah, did you wake up this morning with Spirit on your mind? I woke up this morning, I just had this big, wide open feeling of love for all of life, all of humanity, all of life. I just had this big space in my heart to share with the world, and it felt so good. I was just like, oh yeah, this is the way to be. Like just my whole being was open, and I was opening it to the whole rest of the world. Isn't that a great way to be? Yes. Thank you. Welcome to all of you who are online. We're so happy that you are joining us here today. We know that there is no time or space in God, so we are all connected in one right here and right now. And we are talking all this month about intentional manifestation. We're talking today about the power of your word. Who thinks their word has power? Who knows their word has power? Absolutely. So we're going to talk about that today. We're going to get into that today because we come here to know that we are so empowered to create the world of our desires. Who's creating the world, not just your own life, but who's creating the world of your desires? Yes, yes, yes. We got to be all about that, right? Because we can't be getting brought down by reports of this and reports of that and rumors of this and rumors of that. It's like we've got to know that what we are putting out there, we're going to be impeccable. Today, we're going to be like Don Miguel Ruiz said, we're going to be impeccable with our word so that we are only putting love forth. We're only putting kindness forth. We're only putting compassion forth. Yes? Yes. All right. Amen. Thank you. We've got, speaking of love and compassion and goodness, we've got Jan Mintz from our board to give us our announcements. I'm Reverend Gregory Toole still, by the way.
Good morning, everyone. Before I start, we always ask that you silence your cell phones. And I will admit, I was supposed to be in my Rams gear today, but it didn't happen. My husband made the funniest observation, maybe you relate to this too, Reverend, that when teams win, a lot of times, the players give glory to God. I won this game for God. God rocks it. When the teams lose, you never hear a player say, well, God really let us down today. I don't know what he was thinking because we were the better team. So we're counting on him to do a better job next week. That's my husband for you. So the Conscious Loving class with Reverend Gregory has started. The last day to sign up will be this coming Saturday, February 14th, before the second class. Our Women's Circle will be meeting today after service at 12:30. The Ecstatic Dance is Wednesday, February 11th at 6 p.m., this coming Wednesday. And we have a teen bake sale set for next Sunday, the 15th, after service between 12 and 12:30. All the proceeds will go towards teen camp. So please support our teens. Even if you don't buy, donate. Let's get them off to camp. Meditation for teens. This beginner's workshop will help teens learn practical, real-life tools for calming the mind and managing stress. This will be on Sunday, February 22nd at 11 a.m. Fundamental life tools for teens and tweens will be, our upcoming focus is on a life tool of gratitude. The tween workshop will be February 22nd, and the teen workshop will be March 1st, both at 11 o'clock during service. A new 8-week grief support group will start Wednesday, February 25th from 6 to 7:30. A $75 donation is requested, but no one will be turned away. The Board of Trustees has eliminated the $35 membership fee starting January 1st of this year, recognizing that our members already commit to supporting the center financially, and we thank you for that. As a board member, I thank you. February is our Bears of Love month. We bring bears into the sanctuary to get cuddled and filled with love. We pass them on to children all over America who are going through a challenging time. Please bring in a medium-sized bear now until the end of this month. A workshop, the Improv for the Soul, Play Your Way into the Next Chapter with Natalia Jansen will be on Sunday, February 15th, after service. Natalia, our angel project angel also. She wears many hats. So it will be next Sunday after service at 12:30 in the sanctuary here. The vegan potluck is Wednesday, February 18th at 6 p.m. in Richelieu Hall. Game night debuts on Saturday, February 21st. Our first event will be a game of reverse charades with players assigned to teams. Tickets are $10 and need to be purchased ahead of time at the front desk. I mean, for $10, you can't even go to a movie for that. And you get some snacks and you just don't let Monica cheat, okay? Just don't let her do that. There's more information at the activity table in the lobby, the weekly e-newsletter, and Spirit Speaks magazine. But speaking of Spirit Speaks, we are sunsetting the magazine as we realize that all of the information is already available in our flyers, our e-newsletter, and summary of events sheets. Paper copies of the e-newsletter will be available at the front desk during March for those who request them. And if you need prayer today, come to the front of the sanctuary after service by the piano. A practitioner will lead a prayer circle, or place your prayer request in the prayer box in the lobby. Also, practitioners are available for one-on-one during the week. You can contact a practitioner and set up a private time if that works for you. New friends, if you're here for the first time, please raise your hand so our ushers can bring you a gift bag. Is anybody visiting us for the first time today? If you put your hand up, we have a gift bag for you. And if you're new online, come on into the center so you can get your gift bag. Our office will be closed on Monday, February 16th for President's Day. And this Wednesday's inspirational service will be led by Reverend Valerie Reeves, one of our favorites. And the front desk people want you to know that there are some jewelry pieces in the lost and found. There's a couple of rings and an earring. So if those are yours, maybe stop by and pick them up. And finally, a big thank you to all of our volunteers. We appreciate you so much. We could not have this place running without you. So namaste. Thank you all.
I would invite you all to turn within for a moment. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. In this and every moment, I am safe and all is well. In this and every moment, I am safe and all is well. In this and every moment, I am safe and all is well. In this and every moment, I am safe and all is well. I am held, I am whole, I surrender to it all. When I trust and I let go, then I know that all is well. All is well. In this and every moment, I am safe and all is well. In this and every moment, I am safe and all is well. I am held, I am whole, I surrender to it all. When I trust and I let go, then I know that all is well. All is well. In this and every moment, I am safe and all is well. In this and every moment, I am safe and all is well.
In this and every moment, I am safe and all is well. Because I know that there is only one life, there is only one power, and it is a power for good. There is only one life, and it is a life that is given abundantly. There's only one presence of wholeness, harmony, love, peace, and joy. And so I know in this and every moment that all is well because God is on the scene, God is on the field, God is my very life and being, and God is the life and being of every other soul, every other life, animal, human. Every life is a divine expression of that one life. And so it is in this awareness of the goodness of God, of the goodness of us, of the goodness of life, that I speak my word this morning and bless our time together. I know it is so good. It is so very good. It is so sweet as we taste and sense and feel and come into the awareness of the presence of the divine right where we are. And as all that is unfolding, the music and the message and the prayers and all the rest of it, we are listening in to that divine presence within us, speaking to us directly. And so I know that this service calls forth the divine in each one of us to be fully present, fully shining in its unique way that it does through each one of us. And so we are co-creating something beautiful and magnificent here today that is healing, that is uplifting, that is breaking through for us to see, to know, to stand in that great truth of our being. Knowing that this is what is taking place, I am so, so grateful. I release this word, I let it be, and so it is.
Good morning, everyone. Some of you realize that in the Bible, in the New Testament, Jesus taught us to pray when he delivered what is often called the Lord's Prayer, also called the Great Commandment. And in there, he speaks of the kingdom of heaven. And Ernest Holmes talks about the kingdom of heaven when he says, the kingdom of heaven is not a place, it is within. In our deepest thought, the kingdom of God is the consciousness of God. I read an illustration a few days ago that is a great example of how we think, out pictures in our life and in our experience. A traveler once found himself walking alone through a steep canyon at the end of a long and difficult journey. He was tired, frustrated, and carrying the weight of his life's troubles. Feeling unseen and unheard, the traveler suddenly shouted his anger into the open space, his complaints, his blame, his resentment spilling out. Instantly, the canyon echoed the anger back at him, louder, sharper, and overwhelming. Startled, he felt as though the world itself was shouting at him. He cried out again in blame and protest, and again, the canyon returned his words with even greater force. After a moment, he grew quiet and noticed something he had missed before. The canyon was not arguing with him. It was not judging him. It was not choosing sides. It was simply responding. He spoke again, but this time he offered words of gratitude. The tone and grace of his words came back to him gently. He whispered hope, and hope returned. Kindness echoed calmly through the stone walls. In that moment, he understood. The canyon had never been the source of the noise. It was a mirror, not a creator. It amplified whatever was offered to it without preference or opinion. The force he felt was not coming from outside of him. It had been his own voice all along. And so I want to conclude with another word from Ernest Holmes. Your thought is creative, not because you will, wish, hope, pray, or long for it to be so. It is creative because there is a creative law operating upon your word. And so it is.
I would like to welcome up some extra help for this song, Eliza Shaw and Carla Dominguez, as well as Jean-Louis Boudreau, per usual. This song is called I Am, and it's by Alexandra Love.
Magic and wonder, brilliance and grace, pleasure, joy, satisfaction, labor and strain. Welcome essence, beauty, presence, time, spirit, form and space. Welcome excellence in every blessing, sacred and praise. I am, I wanna know, I understand. gentle. I am modest and I am gentle. I am a student and I teach. I am the sand and I am the beach. I am the ease and I am power. I am the bridge and I am the tower. I am a reason, I am a wild. I am the mother, I am the child. I am many, I am few. I am God and God is you. I am. All I wanna know, I understand. All I wish I could be, I can. All I wanna know, I am. All I seek, I am. What I wanna know, I understand. All I wish I could be, I can. All I wanna seek, I am. What I seek, I am. All I wanna know, I understand. All I wish I could be, I can. All I wanna know, I am. What I seek, I am. All I wanna know, I understand. All I wish I could be, I can. All I wanna be, I am.
Thank you. Thank you also to Eliza and Carla, Jean-Louis.
Elise Carver. We've got Eliza. We've got Carla. We've got Jean-Louis. Yay. Elisa and I have been talking about how many amazing musicians we have right here in our community, and we really want to cultivate that and appreciate that and call them forth even more. So stay tuned, musicians, because we want more of you, because we got talent here. Don't we have talent here? I love it. I love all of you. You all are amazing. Don't we have an amazing community here? It is so awesome. We've got Nancy sitting over here in the white sweater, kind of with something around her neck over here. Come up here, Nancy, for a moment. Come up here for a moment, Nancy. Come on up here, Nancy. I didn't tell her I was going to call her up here, but here she is. This is Nancy right here. She's a neighbor of mine, actually, and been coming here a long time. And Nancy did the 5K race this morning.
I'm 90 years old.
And she's 90 years old. And she won her category. She won the race in her category. And she still made it to church on time. Yay, Nancy. All right, absolutely. And Nancy's a neighbor, and I walk the Esplanade, she walks the Esplanade. So I see her out there walking, and she is not messing around. She's trucking along. She is at 90, she's just moving out there. In fact, the other day, she didn't know, but she was on the other side of the street, and I was on one side of the street, and she was walking faster than me, and I said, no, this cannot be. I started walking faster. I'm like, wait, she can move. So much good going on. How many of you were at the Elvis thing last night? Yeah. We had CSL, Center for Spiritual Living, was in the house last night. We had like 40 of us over there. And when the dancing started happening up at the front, most of it was us. So we were having a good time. I love that. What else? The Conscious Loving class yesterday. Oh, my goodness. So awesome. People were just being so real and authentic, which is what Conscious Loving is all about. There's still time for you to get in. You can still have one more week. If you show up by the next Saturday, or if you sign up after service today or during the week, you can still get in. And we record at the first class, so you won't miss that part of it. So, We want to be all about that. We want to be all about conscious loving, conscious, authentic communication, really lifting up a way of being with each other in humanity that's really going to be the saving grace of humanity. It's a leading edge of humanity right now, right? If we look out there in the world and how we're all talking to each other, especially those that we don't agree with, we need to learn a new way, and we're learning a new way. We have a new way. There is a new way of being with each other, and it's called conscious loving. And it's not really even new, because this book was written in the 90s, but yet it's still new because we're still getting it and we're still learning it, including me. I've been working with the material for a long time, but I'm still getting it because there's so much of how we've collectively been communicating for so many years that it takes a little bit, it takes some practice to kind of learn a new way of being. But who's ready to learn a new way of being? Yeah, I am, yes. Let's see. I saw a cartoon that was fun for me this week, and it was a cartoon where this dog and this cat had died and gone to heaven. And it uses the old version of God as a man sitting on his throne. So, we'll just bear with that for a moment. And so there's God sitting on his throne, and there's the dog and the cat sitting before him. And God says to the dog, "Were you a good dog?" And the dog says, "Yes, I sat, I laid, I begged, what are all the things we tell dogs to do? He give me your paw." He did all the things. And God was pleased. And so he turned to the cat, and he said, "And were you a good cat?" And the cat paused and looked at him and said, "You're in my chair." Having two cats myself, that is true to a cat. Every day that is true. I get up out of the chair, the cat's sitting there. That's okay that the cat's sitting there while I'm not there, but when I go to get back in my chair, the cat just looks at me like, "What are you doing? Why are you moving me from my chair?" So we're talking about the power of your word today in a series on intentional manifestation. And I'm going to give a workshop on intentional manifestation 2 weeks from today after service. Because this month is really this year, I should say, is all about practice, practice, practice. I really want us to be steeped in not just the knowing of science of mind, but the practicing of this beautiful, powerful teaching. And so on the 22nd, 2 weeks from today after service, I'll have a workshop, and we'll get down into and answer questions and do some practices and have you take away from there a daily practice that's going to serve you. And the invitation is to come to the workshop with something specific that you want to manifest in your life. Let's make it specific. What good is it who wants to manifest something theoretical or conceptual? No one, right? There's some real stuff we want to create in our lives, and we have the power to do it. So we're gonna get specific, and we're gonna send you home with the practices to bring that about in your life. Because that's what I love about Science of Mind. That's what really drew me to Science of Mind, is that it wasn't just a feel-good philosophy. I would be in class with people, and I would see their lives change. And I said, okay, this is real. This is real. When I had a woman that was in my original foundational class with me when I was taking the foundational class, and she said she always wanted to be a singer, but she was too scared, and she was all the reasons why she didn't do it. And 13 weeks later, she was standing on a stage belting out tunes, and then went on to do it professionally, and I was like, this works. So the power of your word. God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And that we are in the image and likeness of God. We are divine expressions of God. So when we say, "Let there be something," there is that something. And I was really contemplating how often we shy away from the power of our word. This talk was inspired by Monica Ruth, one of our practitioners. Who knows Monica Ruth? You all know Monica Ruth? She's up here all the time. She's in Alaska, right? Her and Mark are in Alaska right now. They're going to go see the Northern Lights. So, but it was inspired by Monica because she said, I really would like to see a talk on, she said, so many of the issues in the world are because people don't realize the power of their word. And so they're doing destructive things. They're trying to get their needs met in destructive ways because they don't know the power of their word. And I said, you're right. You're right. That's a beautiful thing to talk about. So the power of our word, so many times we feel powerless. And I remember one time my boss, and I was working in an organization, and my boss, it turns out, my new boss, I had this beautiful office. I had a great office. It was an amazing office. But I got a new boss. And he said, I want your office. And I thought about it. I'm kind of like a cat, I guess. Yes, I thought about it to myself, and I said, I don't really want to give you this office. I didn't say that to him. I'm no fool. He was my boss. But I thought, I'm not sure I'm ready to let this office go. I think this is my office. And so I was sharing, a coworker said to me, she said, he wants your office. And I said to her, I'm not sure I'm ready to give it up. And she looked at me like I was crazy. And she said, I don't think you have a choice. Which to me, I thought, well, I always have a choice, right? We always have choice. We have to remember that. Say that with me. I always have choice. I always have choice. I always have choice. I want us to remember that because it's so easy in the world to think that this has power over me and that has power over me and this person and the situation has power over me. We always have choice. And the one most powerful choice we have is what we're going to speak our word, what we're going to say about it, what we're going to think about it, how we're going to hold it. You absolutely have choice. No one can tell you what to think. No one can tell you what to think except for you. So in my mind, now notice, the thing is it's like Monica said, when you realize the power of your word, you don't have to get out there and fight. You realize the power of your word, you can stand in your truth and know that your truth is powerful. So I never said a word to this boss that I'm talking to you about. I never once went to him and said, darn it, you're not having this office. We're going to, I never said a word to him about it. Never, not even once. But we'll just go to the end of the story real quick. He never got that office. We are so powerful, and we always have choice, even when it appears we don't have choice. But we shrink sometimes. We shrink. Instead of standing in our power, instead of standing in our knowing, we shrink. Or we go out and we think we got to fight. We got to fight. This is a fight. I'm up for it. I'm going to do this fight here. But the scripture said, not by power nor might, but by my spirit, saith the Lord. By my spirit, saith the Lord. And then in Isaiah it said, in quietness and in confidence. In quietness and in confidence shall be your strength. It didn't say in that scripture, by the way, in yelling and screaming and fighting shall be your strength. It said, in quietness and in confidence shall be your strength. How about that? How about that? People get a couple claps like, yeah, that sounds good. That sounds okay. That sounds interesting. Don't know what world you're living in, Reverend Gregory. But I want you to contemplate that. I want to invite you to contemplate that. That in quietness and in confidence, I have that on my wall at home. Someone gave it to me, a plaque, a wooden plaque with it engraved on there, years ago when I first became a minister. And I didn't hang it up because they gave it to me. I hung it up because like, wow, this is exactly the way I hold my life and the way I hold how I move in life. Thank you so much. And it's been on my wall ever since. In quietness and in confidence shall be your strength. Or where it says in the scripture, Not by power nor might, but by my Spirit, saith the Lord. By my Spirit, saith the Lord. Meaning that something goes before you. When you stand in your power, when you stand in your knowing, when you speak your word, something goes before you and starts to make the crooked places straight. It starts to make a way. Make a way, as they say sometimes, where there was no way. It makes their way where there was no way. Are you with me? We got to make a way where there doesn't appear to be a way. When and I've shared the story about where I live now, and it was so funny because at one time I was somewhere and I told someone the story. I just said, hey, I was looking for an apartment and I just wanted either a place that was going to be less money or have a view of the ocean. And I said, what actually happened is I got a view of the ocean, it was less money, and it was more space. And the person literally said to me, like with a very skeptical look on his face, well, how's that possible? And I love that, actually. I love that. Because if you would have asked me a few months before, if someone were to come to me and said, this is what I want. What I want to, I'm living somewhere now, and what I want is I want a better place with more space, a view of the ocean, but I want to pay less money. I'd have been like, okay, I'm not sure you're so realistic. But see, God never asked us to be realistic. The universe never asked us to be realistic. The universe never said, you are a very limited being, so be realistic. And I, God, am limited as well, so don't be asking me for all this stuff. It never said that. It never said that. It said, ask and you shall receive. Ask and you shall receive. Ask and you shall receive. And our teaching will be more like accept, claim, know. Be still and know that I am God. That's the voice inside of us. Be still and know that I am God. It doesn't say, be still and know that I am this little feeble being inside of you. It said, be still and know that I am God. And then the scripture said, don't you know that ye are gods? Don't you know that ye are gods? Who knows that you are God? Yes. This isn't blasphemy. This is straight from this Christian scripture. This isn't blasphemy. It said, don't you know that ye are gods? That the power is in us. How often do we shrink? Boy, you just get one little circumstance come along, and you're like, oh my goodness, the world of this, oh my God. We shrink instead of rising up. And rising up doesn't have to mean an uprising. I'm not knocking it. I'm sure, protests, I think the protests of the 60s and 70s for women's rights and minority rights and different things, I'm sure that those were very powerful and made a difference, and I'm sure they benefited me greatly. So I am not knocking the various ways that we might show up in life. What I'm saying is how powerful we are. And sometimes we're up there trying to shake our hands and yell and all that, which really says you don't feel very powerful. Which really says we don't feel very powerful. When we know our power, it's in quietness and in confidence. We walk toward our good confidently. People are maybe yelling at us, you'll never get there. And we just keep walking. It's impossible. And we just keep walking. I want you to consider for a moment right now something you want to happen. And maybe it's something that you kind of doubt that it could or will happen, but you sure would like it to happen. You sure would like it to happen. I want you to bring that to mind. Something that you would like to happen, but you're kind of like, wow, is that really even possible? And then I want you to say with me, it's possible. but more like you mean it. You're like, okay, he said to say it, I'll say it. All right, let's try it like because it's true. All things are possible with God. All things are possible. Let's start with that. All things are possible with God. All things are possible with God. Did it say some things? It said all things are possible with God. Not by power nor might, but by my Spirit, saith the Lord. All things are possible with God. It didn't say all things are possible with your ego. It said all things are possible with God. There's a quote from BKS Iyengar, the great yoga teacher, yoga leader of a movement. When I started yoga over 20 years ago, I started with Iyengar yoga, and I was really into him and actually got a signed copy of this book, this thing called Life. He was in San Francisco a few years before he passed. He was in San Francisco. I went and heard him speak and got a signed copy of his book, Light on Life, actually it's called, Light on Life. And here's what he said in that book. He said, the ego seeks power because it seeks self-perpetuation. It seeks at all costs to avoid its own inevitable demise. To achieve that, did I write it wrong? Oh, no, I didn't. To achieve that, it devises 1,000 ruses. It devises 1,000 ruses. So the ego is in there telling you, oh, it's not possible. Oh, you can't do it. Oh, who do you think you are? Because the ego wants to stay in control. And I don't see the ego as a bad thing. The ego is there to protect us initially. That's why it's there. Until we don't need that anymore. Until we can now lean into spirit. We can now lean into the power within us. But then the ego has gotten so used to being there, it doesn't want to let go. It wants to run the show. All things are possible with God. Of mine own self, I might not be able to do anything, but with God, all things are possible. How many of you believe that? With God, all things are possible. Yes. Thank you. Yes. All right. She believes it. I know she believes it. Yes. So, kind of to start to close this talk here, the power of your word. As Don Miguel Ruiz said in the 4 agreements, be impeccable with your word. Be impeccable with your word. So with our word, our speech, we're only speaking things of love, things of truth, things of beauty, things of joy, things of peace. Even if we disagree with someone, right? Even if we disagree with someone, we can speak from love. We can speak of peace. We can speak of understanding. We can listen more. We can listen more. I really want to understand because very few people, once I listen to them, do I not get some understanding of a different perspective and learn something even if they don't convince me of their point of view. So this week, I really want to invite you this week to pay attention to your every word, your every thought, not obsessively. Don't obsess. Some of you are like, all right, I'm thinking, oh my God, what did I just say? No, just pay attention. Have a nice light attention on what words am I speaking right now? And watch when you're judging yourself. Watch when you're judging others, because now you're using your word. It says be impeccable with your word. You're using your word for things other than what you want to create. When you judge yourself or you judge anyone, you are asking to have more of that experience. Your judgment is like a boomerang. So if you judge someone for something, you're saying, God, please let me have that experience. Like if you say, oh, that person is so this or so that, you're saying, God, please let me have that experience. Let me be that so that I can see what I'm judging. It says, judge not, lest ye be judged. So this week, I invite you to recognize and be aware of how are you using your word. And see if you can use your word only for constructive things, only to lift up love, to lift up light, to lift up truth, to lift up the power in you, the power in everyone else. And let's do that experiment this week. And we'll report back next week. We'll report back next week. There'll be a little quiz. You can sign it up. These are how I use my word. There won't be a quiz, but let's check back in next week about how you used your word, because your word is so powerful, and I invite you to use it powerfully. Thank you so much for listening today. Thank you. Thank you. You all are so awesome. You all are so awesome. Thank you so much. Look at all these beautiful musicians getting back up on the stage here. Let's give them some love. Yeah.
This song is a favorite of mine. It is called Yes by Amy Steinberg. No, it's okay. No worries. You're all good. Say yes. Whoop. That was not intentional, but I think we're going to go with it. Why not? Here we go. And I say yes to the goodness. I say yes to love. I say yes to the abundance raining down from up above. I say yes. I say yes. I say yes. I say yes to forgiveness. I say yes to God. I say yes to the moment, bringing me such a positive thought. I say yes. I say yes. I say yes. And no to the darkness, no to the fear, no to the voices that scream about despair. I say yes to the glory, yes to the light, yes to the voices that sing out with life. I say yes. I say yes. I say yes. That's right. Sing it with me. I say yes to surrender. I say yes to grace. I say yes to the beloved looking back at me when I face to face. I say yes to acceptance. I say yes to faith. I say yes to the lessons I'm learning how to grow through all the pain. I say yes. I say yes. I say yes. That's right. No to the darkness, no to the fear, no to the voices that scream about despair. I say yes to the glory, yes to the light, yes to the voices that sing out with light. I say no to depression, no to the rant, no to the voices that tell me that I can't. I say yes to authentic, yes to the truth, yes to the laughter, yes to you. I say yes. I say yes. I say yes. I say yes. I just want to live in a joyful world. All I want to be is a happy girl. I just want to live in a joyful world. All I want to be is a happy girl. I just want to live in a joyful world. All I want to be is a happy girl. I just want to live in a joyful world. All I want to be is a happy girl. I just want to live in a joyful world. All I want to be is a happy girl.
I've never lived in that aspect of my being before. I was saying, all I want to do is be a happy girl. Okay, all right. It's like, okay, we're trying this on. Okay. I love that. Thank you. Let's give them some love. That was awesome. All I want to do is say yes. Say yes, yes, yes. Here's our awesome ushers up here. Look at this awesome group that we have up here. We got Jan Mintz. Look at her doing double duty, announcements, ushering. She's doing it all here. We got Fred. He's doing double duty. He's out there being our unofficial photographer for the center, as well as ushering here. We got Mary Lou. She's our unofficial dancer for the center. We got Dan. He does it all. He's everywhere. He'll climb up on a ladder and fix something, and then come in here and usher at the same time. So. Yeah, let's give them some love. Thank you so much for the ways that you give to the center, support the center financially. We are really stepping into bigness here, because we're really realizing we inherited something here, all of us. We all inherited this beautiful space and these beautiful facilities and all that we have here. And so we're realizing, like, wow, we got to step into the consciousness of that, right? It's one thing to inherit something really valuable. It's another thing to step into the consciousness of actually having it, right? So we're stepping into that consciousness because there's lots of expenses that come with having a building like this, right? We're putting new lighting out there, and we're like planning 5-year plan, 10-year plan, and we're like, these are big numbers. But they're really not, because there's no big or small in God. There's no big or small in God. So it calls us to get out of that they're big numbers and be like, they're just numbers. And all things are possible in God. So thank you for all the ways that you're giving, because you are helping us to rise to that level where we step into the consciousness of what it is that we have inherited here as a beautiful community. Aren't we fortunate to have inherited all of this? Yeah. All right, let's hold our gifts in our hand, or hold our hands to our heart as we say our affirmation together. Divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, to bless, and to prosper all those who give and all those who receive. I rejoice in the sharing of my good, and I release my gift with love, and so it is.
Grateful for the morning, grateful for the sunlight on my face, grateful for the feeling, I'm grateful for the knowing, grateful for the love that's in this place, grateful for believing that God is all there is, that God is all there is, grateful for the morning, grateful for the sunlight on my face, grateful for the feeling, I'm grateful for the knowing, grateful for the love that's in this place, grateful for believing that God is all there is, that God is all there is, God is all there is.
Yes. Thank you, Elise Carver, Jean-Louis Boudreau, Carla Dominguez back there. Thanks to our friends here, our stuffed animals. Thank you to our musicians. Thank you to our audiovisual team in the back there. Thank you very much. Thank you to our folks who work the kitchen. They're kind of out there, so it's easy to not thank them, but let's give some really big thanks to the people who work in the kitchen there. Give thanks to our office staff who really do so many things to keep everything going. All of our various volunteers. Giving thanks to the bookstore, Joe and Lisa right up in there. Joe and Lisa running that bookstore. Rhonda also is in there all the time, and many others. Thank you all to the ways that we just have this thriving community. It's just going to keep on thriving more because we're just inviting love. We're just inviting truth. We're inviting everyone to be in their highest expression of the divine.